Lady Patricia, CHM, traffic clearance. Lady Patricia has permission to sail at 0945. Traffic information, warship Leeds Castle, approaching my station, 8 bound. Moorhen working on number 3 Barboy, request slow speed in passing.
CHM, my Lady Patricia, that's all cool, sir. Thank you.
Freedom, CHM, thank you. St. Catherine just left the harbour entrance, 8 bound. Catherine outbound, roger, thank you.
The Hayling Islands at Eastney Ferry that operates in Langstone Harbour has been providing the community with a valuable service for more than 100 years. During its lifetime it has overcome several closures, the last of which saw it become a privately owned community service with support from Hampshire County Council subsidies. Now in 2005 it faces the very real threat of permanent closure. This is because of a massive rent increase. Last year it stood at £900. This year it has risen to a staggering £13,260 for the usage of 2 pontoons owned by the Harbour Board. The official statement from the board is that the increase corresponds with the cost of maintaining the 2 landing bays. If the ferry were to shut down, it would have a dramatic effect on the passengers that use it throughout the year.
We take people that work in the dockyard. We've got a lady now, as you know, it's Trafalgar this year, Trafalgar Day. She goes across 7 o'clock in the morning. She won't be back till 6 o'clock tonight. She works for one of the secretaries. She's a secretary, works for one of the admirals. We take divers that work in the dockyard, doctors, pharmacists. We used to take a dentist, but she don't go across now. So all sorts of people we take across.
If the ferry was to shut down through these increases in prices and moorings, it is not good for us for safety reasons. We would have to use dinghies to get to our boats. Now, if anyone's ever seen the way the tide runs through our harbour, dinghies aren't good. We've got a few boys who've been doing it for years. Not too happy about it myself. I'm in very, very close to the pontoon, and it wouldn't be too bad for me, but I still wouldn't fancy it in the strong tides. It's just dangerous. It's a very, very dangerous place. One wrong move in the dark, in the winter, or even in the summer, you could come to grief. And I really don't think it's a good thing to lose the ferry, so that we've all got to row out. I mean, some people have got to row out best part a quarter of a mile to their boat. I mean, it's just not safe. It's safety conscious is always the best way to sea. Safety in mind, that's what they say, and keep it that way.
Amongst the passengers that will be affected would be the 70 school children and their parents that use the ferry daily.
It was about 4.5 years ago that a couple of parents came to me, and they were having problems driving around long traffic queues, and they suggested that perhaps we could arrange for we only had one minibus at that time, but that minibus to pick the children up from the Hayling ferry. We require a certain number of pupils to make the school efficient, and we have quite a lot of pupils from Hayling, so it would affect us financially. I think it also affects us insofar as we try to be a supportive school to parents, and it would obviously be a lot harder for our parents to bring the children around. The children would be more tired, and so in that way as well it wouldn't be as good.
As soon as we found out, we contacted the paper, and we've got some petitions going, and we've been signing. I've been getting all my neighbours and family to sign, and we've been on to our MP, and basically doing whatever we can to save it.
If the Hayling ferry closed, I would then obviously have to drive Isabel to school and pick her up each day, which in the mornings it's an hour-and-a-half round trip, which really does cut your day down, hour-and-a-half again in the afternoon. So there's not a lot then that you can get on and do during the day. It's very stressful in the morning. The traffic is horrendous, and you never know what you're going to meet and how well the traffic's flowing. I mean, today it's quite good, and it's it's really nice. But other days it's just absolutely horrendous, and it's the stress of it all as well. It's a lot of responsibility. responsible to get your child into school as safely as you possibly can, but in time. And it stresses both me out and Isabel.
They've made it's us and them, or them and us. You know, they built a barrier between us. They spend money like water, and they're after a new mooring lighter, and they're after a new boat in a couple of years' time. So obviously we're the first one along the line that they think we can get the money off. But if it's not sorted out, then we shut. There's no way can we afford it. The banks won't let us afford it. It's a shame really, but so many of the other staff, Harbour Master, they would come aboard here. If they had problems, they'd come and sit where you are and say, oh, this, that, whatever it is, and you could discuss it. This person, you can't get to see.
Unfortunately, the Harbour Master, Captain Jardine, was not willing to discuss the increase. By only spending a short amount of time in and around Langstone Harbour, it soon becomes apparent that there is a general feeling of dissatisfaction about how the board manages it. They are not only targeting the ferry, but also some boat owners that occupy moorings in the harbour have seen them unjustly reclaimed.